This video content is strictly for educational purposes only. All demonstrations, techniques, and information provided in this video are meant to help you understand cybersecurity better. We strongly advise against using any of this information for illegal activities or unethical practices. Please like, subscribe, and comment.
So we're going to hack into a new box today, LazySysAdmin. I've never hacked this box. I'm going to go through it. One of my students asked me, hey, I'm getting ready to go into a CTF competition. That's a capture the flag competition, which a lot of students seem to enjoy. And they've watched a lot of walkthroughs. They feel like they're fairly confident. He's actually pretty bright. But he's never done one before. And so he wants to know how I would go through if I was in a CTF competition to hack into this box. So I'm going to download it now. I'm going to click on it, and then you can see I've got the mirror. I got the Google Drive. I prefer the mirror. I'm going to download the mirror. It's going to go through the process and start downloading. And then I have to be careful what I show on my screen, so we'll be a second. There it is. I want to move it into my virtual box machines right there. I'm going to do that. It's in there. I'm going to open that sucker up. I'm going to find it, and then I'm going to go through. Where is it? Let's type in. Where are you? There you are, LazySysAdmin. I'm going to extract all. I'm going to put it, yes, into that system, extract it. Just like that. There it is. Okay, so I've got that there. I notice it's an OVF, and I'm on VirtualBox, so if I double click on it, it's probably going to come in, and it works, so that's good. If it doesn't, I'm going to show you what would happen if it didn't work right. If you clicked on it, it didn't. You would go to File, and then Import Appliance. You'd find the appliance. In this case, you'd look for LazySysAdmin under your YouTube videos, not YouTube, virtual machines. LazySysAdmin, there it is, and then it would populate, and then where you get to that screen. I don't want it in my C drive, so I'm going to change that. I want it in my X drive, and I want it in my virtual machines folder, something like that. Okay, now that we've got that, I'm going to do several things. First off, it's set as VM. I'm going to name it LazySysAdmin. If I had everything as VM, I'd never be able to figure anything out. I don't want any of this enabled, so this is both disabled and disabled. I can do description if I wanted to. I like to grab just the VulnHub website for it. Where are you? Did I close you out? I think I did. So let me do VulnHub, and then I'm just going to look up LazySys. I just want to get that URL. Here it is, right there. Let me grab that. I'm going to put that in the description. In case I ever want it, or I'm trying to figure out what's going on with it or something, I can do that. I'm going to move to system. It's only got 512 megabytes of RAM. I'm going to up that up to 2.5. I have more than enough to spare, so I don't mind giving it some. I'm going to go to processor. It's only got 1. I'm going to give it 2. The only reason I'm giving it more is 1, if I've got plenty of it, and then 2, because it should respond quicker to my queries. It's not going to respond a lot quicker, but it will respond. Matter of fact, I'm going to jump it up to 4, and I'm actually going to move my RAM up to 4 as well. It should respond very quickly if I do that, okay? You'll notice I have 2 errors at the bottom. So the first one is display screen. It should be on VMGSA. So let's fix that. I'm going to go down here. It's on VBox VGA. I want to put it on VM SGVA, and that alarm would away. And then system processor, I need to go to system, and then see how it says, I don't know if you can read it. It says the IO APIC feature is not currently enabled, so I need to enable that. And then that alarm went away. It will literally tell you at the bottom. If your system doesn't work, it'll tell you why at the bottom. And you go to network. It's set up for NAT. I want it on host only, so it's set up as host only. And I'm going to turn off USB. It doesn't need to be there. Sometimes USB causes problems, especially with older versions. So I've just gotten the habit of turning that off. I'm just going through real quick and make sure everything's set up correctly. It's good. I'm going to go through my Kali clone right there. I want to make sure that one's on host only as well. It is. So I'm going to boot both these suckers up, and we should be ready to go in and then start tackling this sucker. And yeah. So while that's booting up, I'm going to hit the boot up for this one. I'm not going to make you wait. We'll go through the process, and there we go. All right, we're going to log into the system. I know, I keep my VirtualBox password so secure. It's Tor, by the way. In case you ever want to hack into my VirtualBox system and you can actually get into it on the host only, it's Tor. T-O-O-R. I probably shouldn't say that too loud, but I think that anybody that's in cyber would be like, yeah, that sounds about right. We're going to full screen this just because I like full screen, and it should be connected. It should be connected at this point. So let's get started. I'm going to open up terminal first off the bat, and I just want to find it. So I need to do an ifconfig. My IP address is 101, pretty standard. So I'm going to do an nmap. We're just going to do attack sn, and then 192.168.56.0 with a /24. That should be able to ping that IP address for me, and I should be able to find it. So the real question is, which IP address is going to be? It's going to be on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. I run multiple VMs, so oftentimes it'll be one of those, and we'll have to go through a process and then figure out what's going on. And it's on 8 today, on 8. Okay, so we're going to do nmap, and then I want to do a switch SV because I want the services, and I'm going to do a 192.168.56.108. This will give me services. If I'm doing a CTF, then I'm doing multiple things at the same time. I'm assuming, because it's a CTF, there will be a web page associated with it. And so I would do a 192.168.56.108, see if I can't find that web page, and I'd start going through this. First thing I'm going to do is look at the page source information. When I'm going through CTF, I want to look at the page source and make sure there's nothing there associated with it. Yeah, and I don't see any green text. I'm very quickly scanning through it. I'm not really paying a lot of attention to it. I'm looking for anything that might stand out as being a possible flaw. Very rarely do they put anything in here, but if you don't look, that's the first place that they hide stuff. And then you're like, what in the world am I doing wrong? And it was commented on in the entire time. So that's what we do. And we want to make sure we go all the way to the bottom. And the reason is because sometimes we see some stuff in there that is just blatant. So we want to make sure all the way to the bottom, make sure nothing's commented. We don't see anything. So I didn't see anything that just stood out to me. Could there have been? Probably, but I don't spend a lot of time on that. I'm literally looking for green text. That's all I'm looking for. Now I'm going to look at different links that I can click on. I can't see anything. No links. No, nothing like that. It's running MySQL. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate that. I don't see anything else. Don't give up. Da da da. A little meme up there. Not seeing anything else. And it's running Silex version 2. Never heard of Silex version 2. I'm going to run into that. And I'm going to search Silex. So I have to bring up my core machine, bring up Google, and I'm going to look at Silex version 2, and then vulnerabilities right there. See if we can't find anything. It does cross-site scripting. I'm looking specifically for remote code. So I'm going to put in remote code execution. Just like that. And Russian challenging exploit due to its remote race condition nature. Yeah, so I don't see anything with remote code execution right off the top. If it was in there, I should have seen it like right at the top. I could search through and waste a lot of time, but we might come back to that. I'm going to go back into my nmap and see what we got. We're running SSH, so that could be a hint. I want to notice that we're running only port 80, not port 443, which is different usually. We're running Samba. Ooh, Samba on 139. Samba might be a way in. We're running MySQL. We're running other stuff. We can see that this host is LazySysAdmin, the local admin. It's running a Linux, and so on and so forth. From here, I'm gonna do dirb. So I'm gonna do dirb on 108, just like that. Make sure I got it, and that's not a 1, not a 5.6. It is 5.6. That's good. We're gonna run dirb and see what we can come up with. While that's going on, I could start trying to hack SSH and just put Hydra on there, just because. But without a username, a lot of times these CTFs won't allow me to do that, or it's not any good. But I am going to start checking out these little web pages right here. So I've got my PHP admin. Let me grab that just because. Click, copy selection. I like to keep the first one open just because. And I'm going to do my PHP admin. And I have a username. Just for grins, I'm going to click on it. Is it going to let me in? Nope. I'm going to try admin. And I'm going to try password. Just like that. Don't save it. Not going to let me in. Cannot log in. Oh, it's my SQL server. It's providing me an output. This is not something that you want your servers to do. So it's using, now we already knew it was running MySQL, but now we really know that it's running MySQL. We can also see that it has different languages and connection to control user as defined in your configuration failed. So that may be a hint, right? I'm also going to try 1, 2, 3, 4, just because sometimes. And I'm going to try 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I'm going to waste a lot of time with this, though. So I don't see anything. Admin's not working. There's probably a username associated with it. But very excited to see that it's got a point there. So I'm going to keep that open. What else do we got? We have we have a JavaScript, I have a test, and I have a WordPress and WP. I'm going to grab, well, I want to look at all three of them. So I'm going to look at this very top one right here. Grab that, copy selection, or open up a new tab for that. And we can see it goes to the parent directory, goes back to there, so that's useless. WordPress, let's see what WordPress has to do. Let me grab that. Oops. Let's go back up to the top here. I love when I make mistakes. Okay, there we go. Test, no, WordPress. Grab that, copy link address, and then we'll just put it right in this one. Oh, here we go. My name is Togi. Okay, well, let's try Togi. I'd have to set up something for this. Do I want to do Burp Suite yet? Burp Suite will allow me to go in and do an SQL injection. I'm just curious. I want to see if it'll let me do SQL injection. I'm pretty sure that the name is Togi, so I'm kind of different. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. Let's see what else we got. And then we have WordPress. I like that they put Togi out there so quickly, though. That was very nice of them. I really appreciate that. So we're going to go into here. We'll hit this one too, WP, and it goes back to the parent directory. So that one's a waste. So I've got this first clue of Togi. Tell me anything else. Wow, they're really excited about their Togi. Let's see what the comments have. Get started. How dare you comment on my page, you filthy bot? Okay, there we go. All right, who commented on that? Admin. Okay, who's the admin? It doesn't tell me. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try Togi, and I'm gonna try password. I knew it was easy. They told me this was very easy. He told me it was easy. So, is he gonna let me in with that one? No. What about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Those are the ones I usually go through just because. All right, so that's not it. What else do we have? Let's see here. So I've got a username. I can do Apache. I can do JavaScript. All right, I want to go back up here. I'm going to leave this up here. I messed up. I like to have this, but I also like to have nmap up and going so I can see all the services because I forget. So I want to rerun. It's not 10.0. It's 192.168.56.108. I'm going to let that run. So I like to keep all my nmap commands in one place. I got derb running. We know it's WordPress. Can I do a WordPress scan? Let's try and do a WordPress scan because it is WordPress. So I'm going to go to Web Applications. Yeah, there it is. WordPress scan. So we'll try that. I'm going to blow this up. And I'm going to do WP scan. And I'm going to do URL. And then I'm going to do 192.168.56.108 and see if it doesn't give me anything. Couldn't, unable to get, couldn't resolve host name. Let's do username during password. Well, let's do that. Password file. Okay. So let's see here. URL allowed, protocols, HTTP. Okay, we did that. Default protocol, if none, is HTTP. This option is mandatory. We did that. We did URL. I did do URL. Did I mess up the command? It is URL. All right, login page is different. Well, let's try URI, just in case. We'll try URI. No, it's aborted. So URL is not working. Let me see. 108, 160. Yeah. Duh. Okay. Well, WP scan isn't working. Let's try. Well, let me try. Well, let's go to a different one. Let's do. Let me go to CD downloads, like that, and then let's do a WP scan. I wonder if it's going to let me do it. I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to error out, but I'm going to try just because it's WP and we're no way it's using WP. Username list. I know the username, so it's probably a lowercase u, and then I can use a password pass. So we're going to try, was it Togi? I'm just going to do tac u. Pretty sure it was Tugi, something like that. What was it? Did I close it out? What in the world was I thinking? Okay. I don't know why I closed it out. 192, not 107, 108. And then, was it WordPress? Yeah, Togi, all lowercase. All right, I'm going to keep that open. I don't know why I closed it out. All right, let's go back into this. Oh, there we go. Togi, and then P, and we're going to use that rocku file, rocku.txt, and then 192.168.56.108. Probably not going to work. Invalid option for -u. Okay. Weird. Let's try. Okay. I feel like WP scan's got an issue today, so we're not even going to be able to use this. I'm going to close out WP scan. All right. Let's try something else. Togi. What else do we have? Let me go back to my services here. I have SSH. So let's try Hydra. So I'm going to do, let's see, Hydra, just like that. I'm going to do a dash lowercase l, and I need to use Togi. And then passwords for capital P, we're going to use that rocku.txt. And then 192.168.56.108, and then SSH. What do you mean not found? Oh, it's in the wrong folder. So CD downloads like that. And then let's try Hydra again. There we go. All right, we'll let that run in the background, see what it's doing. Let's go through here. We tried this one. I guess I'm going to set up Burp Suite next. I guess we're going to do the Burp Suite. So Burp Suite, like that, since it is providing us that nice little page, we might as well use it, right? Well, that's downloading. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, okay. We found the username and password already for SSH. That was nice of it. Okay, I guess we're not going to use Burp Suite. That was really quick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I wonder if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would do it. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I didn't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll do Togi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it going to let me in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Okay. Well, it works for SSH. So nice little surprise. So we'll do SSH. Oops. SSH. And then Togi at 192.168.56.108. And then yes, go ahead and blueprint. And then password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Really? You let me get access. Do I have LS? Okay, PWD maybe? Is it Linux? It is. Will you let me do CD root? Restricted. How about an SU? Will you let me do an SU? Password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe? Failure. Okay. Okay, ls. Let's do a cd /etc. We got that restricted. Okay. How about just a cd period. ls pwd. We're at home at Togi. So it's not going to let me out of this Togi thing. I feel like we need to get past this. So sudo su. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter. Oh, really? Are you kidding me? Really? That was it? Okay, so cat and then proof.txt. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I was expecting to be here for a couple hours. All right. Well, there you have it. That was a lot simpler than I thought it would be. Okay. So we've gotten a flag. So for those that don't understand, so in a CTF, when you hack a box, usually they're going to give you a flag, and then that flag would usually be something long like this so that you can't cheat to get it. And in this case, there we have it. We have our flag. It says, well done. Hope you've learned a few things along the way. McDoogie. Togi McDoogie. Okay, enjoy some random strings. So our flag would be this, or it would be this. Okay? And that would give us the flag. And then we'd be able to input that. Now, I'm in root access, so I could actually do a user on this if I wanted to. I could do a add user, and then I could add, I don't know, K Kendrick, just like this. And there we go. We've got it. And then I got to enter my password. We know since the password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's got to be easy. So keeping with the spirit, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Password updated successfully. And then I could add and audit and all this other stuff. Let's go to Lazy guy. Let me pull up that VirtualBox right there. There we go. And no, I don't need to do that. So Kendrick. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then look at that, I'm in. All right, well, I was expecting to spend some more information on this. I thought he was gonna give me something a little bit harder than this, but apparently not. Okay, that's it. That is hacking LazySysAdmin, LazySysAdmin. And that just shows you a couple things that we learned on here, okay? From a cyber defensive perspective, okay? Let's kind of back up a little bit because I was not expecting it to go this quick. First off, we don't keep passwords at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that is just insane, right? We don't put our usernames on the forums. We should have had a mandatory forum requirement on there. And we should have been able to boot out. In this case, it wouldn't have helped. But you notice how it let me do passwords, and I expected to do a while. It should have limited the password usage down to 3, so that after 3 passwords, it would automatically kick the user out. It would log it and then fight it, okay? Very easy. Very, very, very easy. I was very surprised how quickly that went. I hope you learned something. If you did, that's LazySysAdmin. We will see you next time. I feel like this is probably the easiest box I've ever hacked. Next to when I first started hacking, I think my very first cybersecurity competition, it was the default username for Apache Linux server. And so all you had to do was find the Apache web server and then use the default credentials, and you were able to get in. Very easy. I'd put this one above that. I mean, I didn't think this was that hard. But you saw me doing several simple tools at the same time. So LazySysAdmin successfully hacked. We will see you next time. My name is Dr. K. If this was helpful, if you hit that like, that subscribe, and of course that bell, I would appreciate it. We'll see you next time. My name is Dr. K. Thanks.